Welcome back to Real Airgun Adventures and the AK Stalingrad break barrel air rifle. This is from Ekol Arms of Turkey. No doubt you haven't heard of them. They've been around a while. They've got a really interesting range of rifles. We don't see many of them here. This particular one, as you can see, is based on the AK-47 in style. They make this in a number of variations, including a traditional wood effect stock, rear stock. They do this in all black, which does look quite nice. And this is the one with the sliding AR-15 style stock. Now, I've done a quick unboxing of this, and I've got to say, I was impressed out of the box. I've had some time with it, and I'm even more impressed now. This isn't really, well, this is a fun gun. This is something that's made to look very interesting, be fun to use, but it is full power. It's really smooth to shoot. Everything about it is pretty good quality. There's nothing about this that sort of screams cheap and nasty. There's lots of plastic on it. All the Ekol Arms guns are polymer plastic. This is a full metal frame underneath here, and all this is just for show. It weighs in at 3.1 kilos, so it's actually heavier than I thought it might be when I took it out of the box. Weight in a spring rifle is a good thing because it does reduce the recoil, or certainly absorb some recoil. Although there's not a huge amount of recoil on this, it's not harsh or unpleasant. I will say that it does need that stock out for me to fire it anyway, but in it looks really great. Now lengthwise, 1015 millimeters, so it's just over the meter. It's a little bit longer than a real AK, but you know, there's a lot going on. The power plant in this is a tried and tested Ekol Arms one. It's the same one that you'll find in the Milbro M16 break barrel air rifle, which is made by the same people and rebranded. Quick walk around. You've already seen the sliding rear stock. This is actually quite a nice plastic stock. It works very well. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and sturdy, and there's virtually no play in it, which is unusual because they usually are a bit wobbly, to be fair. The pistol grip again is plastic. It's wood effect and it's textured, which is something that it does need to be, really. It's not an amazing trigger. It's a metal trigger blade. There's no adjustment, and it is two-stage, but it's not a true two-stage trigger. The safety on this is the toggle type in front of the trigger. Really positive, really easy to flick on and off. And in fact, just recently I reviewed a Milbro Savage, and this is a better safety catch. Dummy magazine. It is a dummy, doesn't come out, just sits there. It's all for show. Down at the handguard end of the forestock, this is again, it's the plastic effect wood. It's getting a bit closer, and I've got some decent sunlight coming in. You can see that isn't bad at all. That doesn't look particularly nasty, which it so easily could. Gas tube at the end. It's on the bottom rather than the top, and that's because of the way the whole thing's set up. They're using their existing powertrain, and it would be probably expensive and difficult for them to change everything for one rifle. Now all of these selector switches, buttons, it's all for show. None of it works. It's done quite well. It doesn't look cheap and nasty. You can see actually it looks really good, but it is all for show. It comes with a metal sling adapter there, which is obviously bolted into the main frame of the gun, so it's nice and strong. There's nothing about this that is off the bat rubbish, which is again sometimes the case. Plenty of Picatinny, and that is far enough away from the breech over here to fit just about any scope you like, but it does have really nice fibre optic, fully adjustable open sights, and they are really nice. They're some of the best sights I've seen on a tube rifle. At the end here, this is an AK style open sight. There's no fibre optic there, but to be fair, you don't really need it. It's very clear, it's easy to shoot, easy to see what you're doing. I've got to say, I like this, and every time I look at it, I like it more. Which is silly, really, because it's not my thing, but I don't know, it's just really grabbed my attention and held on to it. For shooting tin cans and stuff in the garden, it is fantastic. I've shot this out to 30 yards, open sights. Obviously, I've not had amazing results at that distance on open sights, but I've hit what I've aimed at. It's knocking the door of 12 foot pounds. I've been firing busily practice because I've got a couple of tins I want to use them up, and I want to also let the barrel in, so I just thought I'd use some basic pellets. I've got some better and some far worse pellets, which I will put through, but chronoed it at 11.4 FPE. Now this rifle, this little thing here, comes to you between 160 and 180 quid, depending upon where you buy it from. So you've got a full powered, pretty well built, very interesting to look at rifle that cocks and fires smoothly. My only complaint at this stage is that some of the metal in here rubs on some of the plastic out here when you cock it, and it makes a noise. So it kind of, well, it's a really nice gun to cock. No noise, all sounds really good, nice and smooth. As we come to the end of the stroke there's some rubbing going on, and it kind of gives it the sound like it's the spring having a bit of a crunch, but it's not. Now I can almost certainly sort that out. That would just take a little bit of wet and dry and some silicone grease and it'd be perfect. It's not an auto safety, so you need to engage the safety each time you use it, but it does have an anti-bear trap. Now the anti-bear trap for me is a pain in the derriere, and I'll probably take it off. I do like a manual safety, and I think it's a good feature to have. What's happened there? Must be the sun, must have come out from behind a cloud. Anyway, there she is. I'm going to shoot some targets, come back for a roundup. I'm also going to do some shorts for YouTube of this being fired, because it's so much fun. And to be honest, for a review, you don't want too much of that, but for a little 1 minute video of me messing around, it'd be ideal. Anyway, before I waste too much time, I'm going to go and shoot some targets, take some video, and I'll be right back. Well, there we go. Shoots pretty good. I'll be honest, that was 10 yards, and that's because it's open sights. I've been out at 15 yards. I can shoot it pretty well 15 yards. The neighbours are out in their gardens. and it's not the quietest rifle, and at 15 yards they can see the target, at 10 they can't. So that's why I chose that. But it's just to demonstrate that this groups, it's a nice little rifle. I really can't say anything bad about it. I didn't expect I would be able to when it came out of the box. It just looked really good. Now I can pick holes in it if you like. Handguard, these ventilation holes or vents are actually dents, so they don't go right through, and it's a little bit naff. So what I'm going to do, my original idea was to actually open these out, but that will expose the internal workings to dust and dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some matte black vinyl and stick it in there to highlight them or low light them. That'll look a lot better. The magazine's a bit short. AKs generally have a longer magazine than this. I do have one. Maybe I'll figure out a way to put that on there. I don't know. Don't know if it's worth my time. I will certainly put a scope on and take this out to some distance. Now the thing is, usually, well, certainly the other one I've got, the scope, if I'm not careful, will foul the breech, because this breech is recessed in this little hole, and it's a good way down the rifle. It's not an issue. Now, I think I just whacked the microphone with the barrel. We'll find out when I edit the video. There's the breech. It sits there flush. It's not going to cause a problem. So the scope can come right up to here if need be. To be fair, it's not going to. So I don't need to find a short tactical looking scope. Anyway, that's enough of that. I think I've said plenty. I think I've shown you everything I can. I will just say once more, I think that's really good. And for the money, I think it's fantastic. Now, it's not a hunting rifle. It's not something to hang on the wall of your shooting room or your gun room. It's for fun. And if you like a bit of shooting fun and you've got the space to do it, grab yourself one of these. Highly recommend it. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all those who have. I'm hitting everything around me with this rifle today. But anyway, I'll see you all again soon. And as I said, a big thank you to those who've liked and subscribed. I can hear the wind getting up, so I better go and batten down the hatches. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.